I'm about to share something with you. Something so simple, most people never really see it. It's not hidden in a book. It's not buried in some ancient ritual. It's been right here the whole time, if you know where to look. Neville Goddard talked about this for years, but near the end of his life, he finally just came out and said it. No sugarcoating. No secret code. Clean, solid, and ready to change everything if you let it. This isn't about repeating lines you don't feel. It's not about writing pages in a journal until your hand cramps. What I'm about to give you isn't something you do. It's something you see. And once you see it, really see it, your whole world starts to bend around that one quiet truth. So if you've been chasing the feeling that it's all real, this might be the moment it lands for you. Ready? In one of his last talks, God and I Are One, Neville didn't bother dressing it up. He didn't tell parables. He didn't spin sweet stories. He just dropped it, raw and honest. He wasn't trying to sound wise anymore. He was just telling it straight. And in that raw space, he said something that changed everything about prayer, about reality, about who we really are. He said, "The I within you, that's God. Not a symbol, not a cute idea, real, always." Some people heard it and walked away. Some turned it into spiritual poetry so they wouldn't have to deal with what it really means. But a few, they stayed. They felt it hit. In that one line, centuries of guilt and fear and separation fell apart. The power you're searching for? It's not up in the sky. It's not in some force floating out there waiting to choose you. It's always been here, inside you. And if you want peace, health, or the kind of money that changes generations, you don't start by trying. You start by knowing who you are. That's where most people miss it. They talk to the universe like it's a stranger they need to impress. They beg. They wish. They wait for signs. Every time you beg, you're proving you feel separate. But the moment you see you're not talking to the universe, you're speaking from it, everything changes. Your words become alive. They become law. When you say, "I'm broke," you're not just complaining, you're creating. This world doesn't answer to hope. It answers to who you say you are. I am. Neville said, "I am is the name of God." Whatever comes after I am doesn't just describe you. It shapes you. If the I within you is God, then every time you say I am, you're creating from the inside out. Let's choose better words and reclaim that power. What follows I am, follows you. Say it with me now. I am rich and free. Feel it. No rush. Say it again. Not to force it, but to know it. I am rich and free. Here's how you anchor it. Don't just think it, type it. Right now, write it in the comments below. I am rich and free. Not for me, not for show, for you. Write it so your eyes see it, your fingers feel it, your nervous system starts to own it. I am rich and free. For your nervous system to get used to what real wealth feels like when it's not out there, but right here. That's how it shifts. Inside first, then outside. Always. If your mind tries to argue, where's the proof? Smile. You don't owe your old doubts anything. You don't need permission slips from your old self. You just stand calm, breathe deep, and say it again. I am rich and free. Most people chase money like it's hiding from them. They pray for freedom, like it's locked behind some door they don't have the key for. They think if they work harder, repeat more lines, or find the perfect method, maybe they'll earn it. But it doesn't work like that. Neville said the outer world is just a shadow, a mirror, and mirrors don't lead, they follow. So when you stand up in truth, the mirror must shift to match you. It has no choice. So today, you're not chasing. You're not waiting for a sign. You're not checking your bank balance 5 times a day to see if this worked. Feel it echo in your chest for a second. Drop your shoulders. Breathe a little slower. Let your whole body catch up to this truth. Wealth and freedom aren't waiting somewhere else. They rise from inside you. Don't rush it. You don't need loud music. You don't need hype. You don't even need to smile if you don't feel like it. You just need a little space. A quiet moment where nothing else pulls at you. If this message helped something click for you, even just a little, go ahead and hit subscribe. Not for the algorithm, but so you have a place to come back to when the noise gets loud again. Right now, if you can, close your eyes. Let your shoulders drop. Take one breath in, soft and easy. Let it go, a little slower than usual. Inside that quiet is where the real shift happens. You don't have to shout. You don't have to beg. You just sit in the truth of it. I am rich and free. Not I wish. Not I hope. Not I'm trying. Just I am rich and free. Say it in your mind. Feel how solid that is. How simple. It's not reaching. It's remembering. Because in this calm, you're not chasing anything. You're not hoping it shows up in some distant future. You're saying what's real right now, and that's enough. Neville always said the secret was stillness. When Jesus said, "I and the Father are one," he didn't run around looking for proof. He rested in that union, and the world moved to match it. It's the same here. Silence is more powerful than 1,000 shouted affirmations. This isn't about getting fired up. It's about coming home. So pause for a second. Let everything go quiet, just for a moment. No playlist, no scrolling, no checklist. Just you, your breath, and 4 living words. I am rich and free. That's all it takes. Because once you stop looking for wealth out there, you find it right where it's always been. Inside. And from there, the outside world has to follow. That's not magic. That's law. So today, carve out 5 minutes for yourself. Sit down somewhere you won't be interrupted. No music, no journaling, no searching for a sign. Just sit. Breathe. Thousands of people are saying it right now. I am rich and free. And backing it up by subscribing so they never slip back into the old way. Be part of the shift. Be part of the few who don't just wish, but claim. Subscribe now and stay in the room where this truth lives, so your old reality can't pull you back. This is the second shift, the part most people overlook. The real power isn't in how loud you say it. It's not about how many times you repeat it. It's about where you say it from, and how still you are when you do. Neville called it the silence that creates. When you sit quietly in, I am rich and free, you're not begging. You're not making deals with the universe. You're sitting right in the center, claiming what's already true. When you drop the noise, when you stop trying to make it happen, you remember, God is not somewhere far away. The source isn't out there waiting for your good behavior. It's you. The I am you speak from. That's it. The power that shapes your world. So find a moment today. 5 minutes is enough. Turn off the playlist. Put down the phone. Don't write a list. Don't scroll for signs. Just sit. Feel your feet on the floor. Let your shoulders soften. Take a long breath in. Let it out even slower. And in that gentle quiet, let the truth rise. I am rich and free. Don't say it to prove it. Say it because you're done arguing with the old story. You're done fighting to get something you already are. If your mind tries to ask, but when will it show up? Smile. That's not your job. Your job is to plant the seed, to keep it planted, to sit in stillness and let the bridge of life do what it does. Neville called it the bridge of incidents, the small chain of ordinary events that line up the moment you stand firm in who you are. You don't chase them. You don't control them. You just stay loyal to your claim. I am rich and free. It's not hype. It's not pretending. It's you becoming solid inside, so the world can't help but mirror it back. Because here's the thing. When you stop trying to pull freedom from out there, you discover it's been in you the whole time. The proof isn't something you find, it's something you are. So if you catch yourself wanting to check, to see if it's working, pause. Don't dig up the seed. Don't beg the universe for updates. Don't break your flow just to measure it. It's already unfolding. If this clicked for you, even a tiny piece, hit subscribe now. Not for me, for you. So when the noise of the world tries to pull you back, you always have this place to return to. This is your reminder that you're not alone. You're rich and free, and you have a home here to keep you steady. This is the third revelation, the piece so many people skip. Once you've felt the stillness, once you've remembered what's true inside you, your words start to carry real weight. Not just pretty, not just spiritual, creative. You stop saying, I hope I'll be free someday. You stop saying, I want to be rich. Because wanting confirms you don't have it yet. You push it into the future where you can never touch it. But when you say, I am rich and free, you don't push. You pull it into now. You don't say, I wish money would show up. You say, money shows up because I'm the source. You don't say, I hope life gets easier. You say, I am the ease that life mirrors. That's the difference between hoping and knowing. Hope can be sweet, but it lives in uncertainty. Identity lives in now. In the spirit, there's no delay, no maybe, no someday, just now. So next time you pay a bill, do it calm. When you open your bank app, open it without that nervous pit. When someone asks how it's going, you don't fake it. You answer from what's true. I am rich and free. Not because you saw a miracle overnight, but because you're standing in a truth that doesn't need to beg for signs. Neville called this the bridge of incidents. When you claim a new identity, the world rearranges, piece by piece, moment by moment. Your job is not to dig it up, not to test it every hour. Your job is to stay steady, to trust the mirror will catch up, because it always does. When you see a sign, maybe a refund, a surprise message, an offer you didn't expect, don't say, maybe it's working. Say, of course it is. I'm rich and free. Because now you're not testing the law, you're living it. Your calm is your proof. Your stillness is the signal. You don't flinch when the old world tries to show up again. You don't shrink to fit the past. You don't explain your new self to the old version of you. You just breathe and come back to what never left. I am rich and free. And if this message has clicked for you, even a tiny bit, then stay connected. Stay in this room where the noise fades and the truth stays clear. Subscribe now, not for me, but for you. So when the world gets loud again, you know where to come back to. Where you remember who you really are. I am rich and free. So here's what happens next. You've planted the seed. I am rich and free. And from this moment on, your only task is to leave it alone. Trust it. Stop trying to measure it every hour. Stop pulling at the roots just to see if they're growing. Neville called this the bridge of incidents. Once you claim a new state, life starts lining up the steps that match it. Not because you forced it, but because you became it. You don't chase the bridge. You don't build it by hand. You stand where you are. I am rich and free. And life lays the next stone in front of you. One conversation, one idea, one tiny thing you could never have planned. So don't stand at the edge, squinting into the distance, demanding to see every piece before you move. Take the first step. Trust that the next one shows up when you need it. This is how cause works, quietly, naturally, without panic. And when the old voice comes back, because it might, let it. It might whisper, look at your account, look at that bill, look at the old story. But that's not your reality anymore. That's just the mirror catching up. It always follows, but it sometimes lags behind. You don't flinch. You don't shrink. You don't explain your new self to your old doubts. You don't explain it to people who can't see it yet. You stand in line at the store with calm shoulders. You answer that unexpected email with quiet trust. You pay that bill with no tension in your chest. You remind yourself, I am rich and free. Not because something huge happened overnight, not because all the numbers flipped in one day, but because you chose a new cause. And now, the world must catch up. It's not magic. It's not a trick. It's law. Neville said, change your conception of yourself and you will automatically change the world in which you live. Not maybe. Not if you're worthy. Not if you repeat it 1,000 times perfectly. Automatically. Because when you change the root, the branches follow. So today, tomorrow, next week, walk like it's already done. This isn't about pretending to be something you're not. It's about remembering who you are. You're not trying to convince anyone. You're not trying to convince the universe. You're not even trying to convince yourself. You're just being. When someone asks how you're doing, you don't overshare. You don't slip back into the old story for comfort. You don't water down the truth so they don't feel insecure. You stand calm in your new foundation. I am rich and free. If fear tries to creep in, and it might, you don't fight it. You don't bargain with it. You don't perform for it. You just breathe deeper and come back to what never left. I am rich and free. This is loyalty to your unseen reality. This is the quiet backbone Neville talked about. Faith is not about forcing yourself to feel hyped every second of the day. It's about standing steady when your senses tempt you to wobble. It's about remembering that the shadow always follows the light. And you are the light now, the cause, the source, the center. So tomorrow, when you brush your teeth, say it under your breath. I am rich and free. When you walk down the street, feel it echo in your chest. I am rich and free. When you catch the old mind trying to measure, is it working? Smile and return. Of course it is. I am rich and free. It doesn't matter how slow the echo moves. It doesn't matter what the numbers say today. What matters is that you stand loyal to what you claimed, and you never dig it up to see if it's still alive. It is. It always is. And if the noise gets too loud, come back here. Sit down. Turn everything else off. Play this again if you need to. Write it down 100 times if that's what calms your mind. Not to force anything, but to remind yourself who's really in charge. You. I am rich and free. You don't have to say it perfectly. You don't have to fake some high energy you don't feel. You just let it echo. Honest, steady, yours. You don't owe the old voice inside your head an explanation anymore. You don't owe the past another second of your loyalty. Your loyalty belongs here now, to the truth you chose. I am rich and free. If any part of you feels even a spark right now, hold on to it. Don't let tomorrow's worries steal it back. Anchor it. Guard it like your favorite secret. Protect it like a small flame you carry through the wind. Because it is. It's your new life, already awake, already forming shape in places you can't see yet. When the world tests you, and it will, let it come. Let the old noise knock on the door. You don't have to open it. You don't have to invite the old you back in for tea. You just sit calmly in your room of truth and let the noise pass by. The more you do this, the faster the world shifts to match what you stand for now. So if you want a place where this truth stays alive, a quiet space you can return to when the world tries to make you forget, hit subscribe now. Not for me, not for the algorithm, for you. So the next time fear tries to tap you on the shoulder, you remember, you're not the echo, you're the cause. You're not the old story anymore. You're the writer. You're not waiting at the door. You are the door. You open it when you want. You close it when you need. You decide what enters. And no one gets to rewrite your claim but you. So carry this into the small moments. Brushing your teeth, tying your shoes, pouring your morning coffee. Let those ordinary moments remind you they're sacred now because you are sacred now. Let your breath be the quiet proof that wealth and freedom are already living inside you, waiting to bloom in ways your mind can't plan, but your heart already knows. When your mind wanders, pull it back, not with force, but with faith. Whisper it again under your breath if you want. I am rich and free. When you pay for something, feel it echo in your fingertips. When you sit in traffic, let it hum behind your thoughts. When someone tries to bring you old worry, smile gently and choose to stay in your new room instead. And if you ever forget, come back here. Come back to this voice. Come back to the knowing. Come back to the bridge you've built by simply standing still and saying it like you mean it. I am rich and free. Let the bridge of incidents do its work. Let the mirror of life catch up in its own perfect timing. Let the seed stay deep and rooted where you planted it. And let your quiet loyalty to yourself do what it always does. Call reality forward in your name. Say it one more time. Slow, certain, soft. I am rich and free. Feel how true that is now. No proof needed. No permission slip from the world. Just your breath and this claim that no one can take from you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for choosing to remember who you really are. Thank you for standing up and staying here when the old story begged you to shrink back. Thank you for saying it, not once, but as often as you need to. I am rich and free. Take this truth with you. Let it do what it came to do. Let the world catch up. And I'll see you right here, next time you're ready to remember it all again. I hope you enjoyed this video. See you in the next one.